next Nike.
Ezgi and the meeting today. Just on a point of fact, I mean, you've set out how you can't speak for the Department of Justice and the call for a US-led investigation, but that's not all the family are asking for. And one of the things they want is just some basic information for the State Department to ask the Israelis, for example, for the name of the unit involved, the name of the unit commander, things that they would want in the interest of transparency as American citizens who seen their loved one killed. I mean, are you asking for those things from the Israelis?
So we are asking for the results of their investigation, I would assume, but we'll see when we get the results of that investigation. You would expect that investigation would talk about the unit that was involved as well as the things that have happened. We will see what's actually in that investigation when we get the report from the government of Israel, but what we committed to the family is that we will brief them as soon as we get those answers.
Some of these things are quite basic things that aren't the result of an investigation. I mean, knowing the unit involved is a very basic piece of information.
I hear you,
they don't even know that the US could ask the Israelis now.
I hear you, but look, they're in the middle of an investigation, well, I shouldn't say in the middle, they're near the end of an investigation where we expect that they're going to come to us and brief us on the results of that investigation. And if we don't get satisfactory answers to the questions that we have asked of them, of course we will continue to press them for more information. Saeed, is there something you'd like to share with the rest of the class over there?
I'm looking at the ministers that are being appointed to run Syria. So maybe you ought to take a second look at that.
Maybe on silent mode, not for the rest of us.
Yeah. To continue, do you have any sympathy with an American family who look at this situation and, in their view, see differential treatment? Because, here you have an American that's been killed by a strong ally of the United States, which is armed by the United States. Those weapons go into the West Bank. They go into the use of live ammunition against civilian protests in the West Bank. And yet they believe that nothing is being done. They said they walked out of that meeting today and felt no further sense of optimism after the meeting with the Secretary. Do you have any sympathy with that?
Of course we have sympathy for the family. And the Secretary said that directly to the family. And if you heard the Secretary's public comments, not just what he said privately to the family, but you all heard his public comments after she was killed, when he made clear that her death was unacceptable, that it was an avoidable tragedy, that it was something that should not have happened and should not happen again, and that we will demand answers from the government of Israel. And we are demanding answers from the government of Israel. Now, we also respect that when there is an ongoing investigation, it's appropriate to get those answers at the end of that investigation, not in the middle. That's the same thing our law enforcement agencies and our military would do, by the way, if they were responsible for the death of a citizen of another country. They would complete an investigation and then talk about what they found when that investigation ended, not when they were in the middle of it. Now, if we don't get appropriate answers to the questions that we have put to the government of Israel when we're briefed on the outcome of that investigation, we will absolutely go back and demand more. We 100% understand why Eisenhower's family is demanding answers and is demanding accountability, and so are we. We are doing it on her behalf, and will continue to do so. And I cannot in any way imagine the tragedy that they have had to go through, and I would be every bit as angry as they are if I were in their shoes.
I guess their frustration is about, of course, what they see as the absolute injustice of her being killed by a military force while she's at a civilian protest. Not just that, but about the fact that she was an American citizen, and they don't see their own government, in their view, doing enough.
And I am in no way going to quarrel with anything that they have said, because if I were in their shoes, I would absolutely be demanding accountability, and I would be pressing my government for answers as well, and they were absolutely right to do so. And what I can tell you is that we are demanding accountability. We are pressing the government of Israel for answers, and as soon as we have those answers, as soon as that investigation is complete, we will provide them to her family.
Okay, and it's just that then goes to the wider issue, which is, and again, the attorney for the family says this: we have been here so many times before, Shireen Abu Akleh, Rachel Corrie, Omar Assad, where American citizens killed by the Israeli military, and you have said the same things. You've said we'll wait for the outcome of the investigation. In the case of Shireen Abu Akleh, in the end, you said that you've got the Israelis to change their rules of engagement. But here we see live ammunition used against a civilian protest in a village that has seen their land taken away by an illegal settlement outpost. So they say this is systematic. This is, the use of live ammunition against civilians, and it's been going for a very long time. This is your ally that you arm, and still nothing changes.
And we have made clear to them the outcome was unacceptable. We have made clear to them that they need to look at their rules of engagement, and we will continue to press that with them. Thank you.
You and